UFC Fight Night, Tybura versus Spivac 2. Let's break down this card. Before we start, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. First fight, we got Stephanie Luciano taking on Talita Alencar. Both of them fought in the past in Contender, and in my opinion, Stephanie won that fight. The only thing here is that Talita was much more active than Stephanie. She had a fight against Amanda that, in my opinion, she lost. And the thing is, she's older. And I think Stephanie is only going to get better. She's the younger fighter. She has been training. She has been working on her game. And I like Luciano to win here. I think she won in the first fight. And I think she's going to make it a showcase in this one. So give me Luciano to win. Next fight, we got Errens and Yusuf Zalal. I'm picking Zalal. He's better everywhere. He has the wrestling to take it to the mat. He's a good striker. He knocked out he submitted Billy Corantello. I see him submitting Errens. He's a tough guy. I don't see Errens getting knocked out, but he can be submitted. And I think that Yusuf can do that. Give me Yusuf to win. I like him as a parlay piece as well. Next fight, we got an interesting one. We got Carl Williams taking on Jonathan Diniz. This fight will go to This fight will go two ways. Can go two ways, obviously. If Jonathan Diniz manages to stuff the takedowns, he wins. He's the much better striker. And because every time this fight starts on the feet, I'm going to give it to Jonathan Diniz. When he fought Austin Lane took him down in the first round and controlled him most of the fight. But then in the second round, Austin Lane couldn't take him down and he knocked him out. Now, Carl Williams is a much better wrestler than Austin Lane. Austin Lane is not even a wrestler. But I want to believe that Jonathan Diniz has been working on his takedown defense, on his get-up game. And when Carl Williams fought Justin Tafa had moments where he was about to knock out Williams, but then he showed his very low fight IQ and tried to kick him instead of punching him, and then Carl Williams managed to take him down again. I believe Jonathan Diniz won't do that. I like him as the dog, and I think the value is with him. Give me Jonathan Diniz to win. Next fight, we got Carol Rosa taking on Penny Kianzad. Carol Rosa is coming off the war she had with Irene Aldana. I think that Rosa can win here. She's the far better grappler. She's also a good striker. I'm not impressed by Penny Kianzad, who's coming off of 2 losses to Macy Chiasson and Caitlin Vieira. Those are good opponents. I picked them both to win against her. I think that Carl Rosa can win here. She's the younger fighter. She just has more weapons to win. And I'm going to pick her to win by decision. Next fight, we got Donnie Barlow, left hand to God, taking on Nikolai Veretennikov. I like Danny Barlow to win. He's the longer fighter. He's going to be the bigger fighter. This guy, although he's from Kazakhstan, he's mostly a striker. Most of his wins are coming by knockout. and he already lost in his in contender against Michael Morales. I just think that Danny Barlow will manage to stuff the takedowns if Nikolai will try to wrestle with him, and he will manage to find the chin. If he finds the chin, it's over. I think Barlow is a much better striker, and because he's a bigger guy, he's the younger guy. I like him to win here by knockout. Probably the second or the first round. The next fight we got Tushimi Kazama taking on Charlampos Grigoriou. I like Grigoriou here just because Kazama is so bad. He had 2 fights in the UFC, both of them he lost in the first round by knockout. And Grigoriou has power. He has power. He won in the contender, first round knockout. I see him doing the same here. The thing is, he can gas, but I just don't think that Tushiomi is UFC level, with all due respect. He has no chin. I can't bet on him. I like Grigoriou to win here by knockout, most likely. Next fight, we got 2 grapplers from Brazil. We got Nascimento and Filho. I really like Filho. I think he's a tremendous fighter. But Nascimento grappling is better, in my opinion. He never lost via submission. I think he only lost decisions. He's training with Charles Oliveira. He should have good enough of, I would say, grappling to stay safe. Even get a submission of his own, because Filho got submitted in the past. If you ask me, out of the 2, who's the better submission artist, I'll say, in my opinion, it's Nascimento. He's bigger. Physically is bigger, and he got submitted in the past. So if Nascimento manages to get the back, he can finish him. Now, I'm not sleeping on Jafel. I know he's dangerous. He looked really good against Audie Osborne. I had him to win, but Nascimento is not Audie Osborne. He's a very tough fighter, and I think this is going to go to a decision, where most of the fight Nascimento is going to be on top, just pressuring him. I like Nascimento here. I think he can get the job done. Next fight, we got Chelsea Chandler taking on Yana Santos. Will we get Chelsea as a dog? Yeah, we're getting her as a dog again. I don't know why we're getting Chelsea as a dog every time. Like, I picked her against Chelsea and Nunes. I picked against her against Norma Dumont. Listen, she's funny. She's chubby, and sometimes she can be funny during the fight, but she's a good fighter. Yana Santos, I'm not impressed by her. I think that she's already getting up in age. She's 35 years old almost. She lost to Rosa, split decision, lost to Holly Holm. Yeah, I know. Holly Holm and Carol Rosa are not Chelsea Chandler. This is a stay away from me, but I think that Chandler will be able to get the takedowns here. Will be able to have moments. She's very strong. She can knock out Yana Santos if she finds the chin, exactly like Aldana did. I'm picking Chandler just because she's being disrespected so much. I want to pick her. This is a stay away from me, but give me Chandler to win. Next fight, we got Damon Jackson and Chepe Mariscal. Let me tell you something first and foremost. Chepe Mariscal didn't win the fight, his last fight against Sherrier. He didn't win that. He lost that fight. I don't know how they give him the decision. With that being said, I think the Chepe Mariscal is too aggressive, too dangerous, too much of a cardio machine for someone like Damon Jackson, who's 36 years old now. I think that Chepe Mariscal can knock him out, can finish him just like Danega did, just like Tupurya did. I like Chepe Mariscal in this spot, and I think he does it by knockout. Co-main event of the evening, we got Javid Basharat taking on Chris Gutierrez. I like Basharat here, man. We've seen in Chris Gutierrez fight against Song Yatong that he can be taken down. He can be taken down and he can be controlled. And Basharat is the perfect fighter to take him down and control him. Although I like Chris Gutierrez, I want Chris Gutierrez to win. I don't like Basharat. But Basharat is going to win because he has the takedowns. He has the control. He's a smart fighter. He did lose to Ayman Zahabi in his last fight. But I think that he will just go and take down Gutierrez from the beginning, from the first round. Maybe look for a submission, although I don't think he's going to submit Gutierrez. But it can happen. You can find that. You can find the back and choke him. You can get the rear naked choke. You can get an arm triangle choke. I like Basharat here. I just think that he has more weapons. If it stays standing, it's Gutierrez all day. But Basharat is too smart. And I think he's going to win. He's going to win probably by decision, but he's still going to win. The main event, we got Serghei Spivac taking on Marcin Tybura. I'm picking Spivac. I know that both of them fought in the past, and Marcin Tybura got his hands raised, but we're talking about a fight that happened in the beginning of Serghei Spivac's career in the UFC. Since then, he has shown that he's a menace. He can choke you. And he's the younger fighter. He's 29 years old. Marcin Tybura is coming up in age. He's 39 years old almost. And I think that time is against him in this one. And Serghei Spivac will get his revenge and probably finish Tybura by submission. If he finishes Tybura, it's by submission. Now Tybura is a tough motherfucker. He was never submitted, so this might go to a decision, a boring decision, where most of the fight we see Serghei Spivac on top of Tybura, getting a boring decision win. I like Spivac here. I think he can make it happen maybe by ground and pound. That could also happen. But Tybura is a tough motherfucker, so anything can happen. Now let's talk about who I like in terms of odds, where we can find some good spots. Okay, so I like Youssef Zalal. Line is already moving down. I think it's gonna only keep moving down. I like him as a parlay piece. Okay, so let's see who we can where we can play with that here. So I like Zalal to win. I'll take Zalal to win with Basharat. I think this is a good parlay. Zalal and Basharat. You can also play Zalal with Nascimento. You can also play Zalal with Mariscal. I think all of them are going to win. Another parlay piece I like here is Danny Barlow. You can play Barlow with Mariscal, Basharat, and Nascimento as well. Keep it only to 2 fights. Now the only question will be here if Barlow could stuff Nikolai's takedowns, which I think he could. In his last fight, Quinlan couldn't take him down, but he's not much of a wrestler. But he tried. What else do we have here? I like Grigoriou. You know, you can play Grigoriou. You can add him up like Grigoriou and Zalal, or Grigoriou and Barlow. That could also play well. My favorite underdog in this card is Jonathan Diniz. And I'm telling you guys, line is going to go down. So if you want to pick Jonathan Diniz, you should probably take him now, I would say. Because if he worked on his takedown defense, he's going to knock out Carl Williams. He's going to knock him out. He's a dangerous striker. And like first round, he usually learns his opponent. I see him getting taken down in the first. And then coming in hot. So if you want, it's also gonna be a good live bet spot, because Diniz always takes the first round just to learn his opponent. That's what I saw in Contender, and also in his last fight against Austin Lane. So it might be a good live bet spot when I think about it now. But I think I see Diniz getting the knockout in the second or third round. Maybe not in the first, where Carl Williams is fresh. But yeah, give me Diniz, man. I like him live, probably. This fight is probably not going the distance as well, because Diniz can knock him out. Yeah, that's it, guys. If you enjoy the content, like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join my Patreon, the link is in the description. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.